This is a movement that's building momentum, and our numbers are increasing every day.
Protesters trying to align themselves with the Occupy Wall Street movement are now preparing to occupy Appleton parks, perhaps all winter. Good evening, everyone, here on CW14 with the World Series over on Fox 11. And we begin with the City of Appleton leaders saying that the group has protested before with no problems, no arrests.
But Occupy Appleton's latest plans have them worried. The group wants to camp out 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in City Park. Fox 11's Lindsay Veramis has our balanced coverage.
They've taken their message to College Avenue. Now members of Occupy Appleton want to move their protests to City Park.
It's one thing to feel discontent. It's another thing to take action.
The group wants to kick off an all-day, everyday occupation of the park next Friday. Members are also planning to march by several local banks, protesting corporate greed and inequality.
We want to open up a philosophy garden for everyone to come and really express their desires and their hopes for the future in regards to this government and this economy.
The group wants to stay through the winter.
But there's a problem with that plan. By ordinance, the city won't allow it. Appleton parks are only open from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m.
We have rules in terms of use of parks, what are appropriate uses and what aren't, because the parks belong to everybody who they claim they represent.
Appleton Mayor Tim Hanna met with Occupy Appleton earlier this week. He says the city has an obligation to protect the group's right to protest, but in turn, Occupy Appleton has obligations as well.
If you want to have more of an influence on a civil society, the first thing you do is you follow the rules that were set up to keep it civil.
Hanna told the group to come back with a more thorough plan, and he'll consider it. Occupy Appleton members say they've been meeting to do that.
There definitely are plans to camp out in the park. We're working on that as far as the logistics and things like that.
The group says it wants the occupation to be legal, but members wouldn't say what they plan to do if their request is denied. Appleton leaders say whatever the outcome, all laws will be enforced. In Appleton, Lindsay Veramis, Fox 11 News.
And while the big kickoff is next weekend, Occupy Appleton members have an event tomorrow as well. The group is planning an afternoon march in honor of Scott Olson, a Wisconsin native who was injured in protests in California.